it's due to massive age gaps or stunts gone horribly wrong, the following entries on this list are prime examples of people who will be widowed and not the widower. Welcome to Beyond the Screen. I'm Nate, and today we're breaking down the top 10 celebrities who will outlive their spouse. Number 10. Zendaya. Zendaya first broke onto the small screen when she starred as Rocky Blue in the Disney series Shake It Up, but she made it to the silver screen starring as Ann Wheeler in the 2017 musical The Greatest Showman, alongside Zac Efron and Hugh Jackman. Around the same time, she began filming a little project for Marvel Studios called Spider-Man Homecoming, where she met her boo Tom Holland. Tom and Zendaya have been together since basically day one of filming, becoming instant friends and developing into something more over the shoot. Recently, Tom's career has been skyrocketing. While his run as Spider-Man seems to be taking a hiatus for the time being, he is set to star in several action and thriller films for popular streaming services Netflix and Apple TV. He famously did 90% of his own stunts during his time as the wall crawler, and will continue to do so until the day one of those stunts goes horribly wrong. Tom has an acrobatic background, but even the greatest acrobats in the world have made fatal missteps when it came down to showtime. I really hope that never happens, but the statistical probability of Zendaya outliving Tom is 100%. Number 9. Rosie Huntington. You may recognize Rosie as the replacement for Megan Fox in the third live-action Transformers movie Dark of the Moon from 2011, but you may also recognize her as action star Jason Statham's wife. While technically they're not married, Jason and Rosie have called each other husband and wife several times throughout their relationship. They met at a party in London in 2009, and while the connection wasn't there at first, the pair eventually decided to go on a date that apparently went very well. They've been together ever since, but like to keep their love life a secret. As some may know, Jason is a major action star, being involved in franchises like Fast and Furious, the Crank series, and he's now set to star in a follow-up to his CGI-fueled shark movie, The Meg, which was surprisingly entertaining. You should check it out. Jason opts to do his own stunts majority of the time, and has gotten himself in quite a few scrapes over the years. He's torn biceps, broken bones, and he almost smashed his face into the pavement going 30 miles an hour. With Jason's career on a steady track and Rosie focusing more on her parenting duties, the fear of an at-work accident taking place is highly likely. Here's hoping that it has nothing to do with an animatronic shark or something weird like that. Number 8. Sarah Paulson. American Horror Story fans surely recognize Sarah as various characters throughout the series, appearing in 95 episodes. She starred in a slew of thriller and horror movies over the years, but one Holland Taylor was able to look past that scary exterior. You may recognize Taylor from the movie Legally Blonde, the TV sitcom 2.5 Men, or perhaps from the highly underrated Disney comedy George of the Jungle. The two met at a party in 2005. At the time, Paulson was dating fellow actress Sherry Jones, best known for her role in the series Succession. Despite there being a 32-year age difference between Sarah and Holland, Paulson claims that she was instantly taken back by Taylor's beauty, quoted as saying she was probably the most beautifully exquisite woman that she had ever seen. Yeah, that's right guys, find you someone that says stuff like that. While this would be their first interaction, it wasn't until 10 years later in 2015 that the couple would reunite while working on a project for Martha Plimpton. They slid into each other's DMs and eventually into the sheets. The couple have been together ever since, but as an outside observer, we've made the connection that these two may be happy for now, but with the age gap, there's probably a good chance that Sarah will be around just a little bit longer than Miss Holland. Number 7. Noor Alfallah. Noor has been making headlines recently after it was announced that she would be bearing Al Pacino's Spawn. The 29-year-old film producer was confirmed via Al's publicist that Noor and Al had been in a secret relationship for roughly a year. At some point, we're assuming probably 9 months prior to like 2 weeks ago, Noor became pregnant, which Al didn't take all that well, to be honest. Upon initially hearing the news, Al had a total freakout and briefly broke up with Noor and decided to return to his ex-girlfriend Beverly D'Angelo. Despite his little pound and pounce, so to speak, Al eventually returned to Noor with the intention of raising his newborn. This man is 82 years old. He may be a new dad, but it's not going to be for very long. Al looks more and more disheveled when appearing in paparazzi pics or alongside like anyone nowadays, so we're not sure what leads him to believe he's about to be the dad of the year. Heck, he'll be lucky to make it to dad of the month. Number 6. Emily Blunt. Emily first met her now husband and former Office star John Krasinski in 2008 after being introduced by a mutual friend. Emily recounts John instantly making her swoon. He just walked over to the table at the restaurant that they were at and made her laugh. A year later, they were engaged and have been a celebrity powerhouse couple ever since. In recent years, the couple have collaborated on several projects, both as actors and directors, but John has been leaning into the more action action-packed side of acting in his recent projects. He currently plays the titular CIA analyst Jack Ryan in a series for Amazon Prime, in which he's been known to perform several of his own stunts that have included being thrown out of a Black Hawk helicopter over the ocean, having several explosives detonated near or on his person, and he's even dodged cars. While the show may be wrapping up with its fourth and final season set to premiere on June 30th, Krasinski, being so talented and having the ability to do his own stunts, is surely going to get him in the wrong place, the wrong time. Number 5. Catherine Zeta-Jones. Catherine Zeta-Jones met future Ant-Man star Michael Douglas after he had his publicist arrange a date for them. Despite it not going well initially, they agreed to a second date and now have kids and a happy healthy marriage. While their careers remained steady throughout the 2000s and early 2010s, it wasn't until 2015 that Michael would return to the mainstream, following his casting announcement as Dr. Hank Pym in the MCU's take on the iconic pint-sized superhero Ant-Man. He began releasing promotional videos with co-star Paul Rudd, and the buzz surrounding the flick became stronger and stronger. Following the successful release of the film, Michael began doing more press and interviews in which he got more in-depth on his relationship to Catherine. While the couple share a happy marriage, according to Michael, Catherine regularly worries about his health. While Michael has remained a busy man in Hollywood, he is pushing 80 years old and is still working on big budget blockbusters. Of course, he doesn't do his own stunts, but he does sometimes spend over 12 hours a day on set, which is brutal for most 19-year-olds, let alone a seasoned veteran like Michael. His wife Catherine is only 53, so the idea that Michael may be out of the picture before her is not outside of the realm of possibility. Number 4. Aaron Taylor Johnson. Many viewers will recognize Aaron's face. He's been a leading man in several movies over the years and a strong supporting actor as well, as showcased in his recent role as Tangerine in Bullet Train alongside Brad Pitt and Brian Tyree Henry. In 2009, when he was just 19, Aaron played legendary musician John Lennon in a biopic called Nowhere Boy. The film told the story of a young John Lennon, pre-Beatles fame, during his adolescence, with a focus on his relationship with his family and his journey to becoming a Beatle. The film was directed by a woman named Samantha Taylor Wood, who was 42 at the time. Samantha is a producer and director best known for her 2015 romantic thriller 50 Shades of Grey. It would appear that Aaron's performance as John, particularly the steamy sections, caught her attention in quite a few ways, and the pair began seeing each other on the down low. 2 years later, they were married and now share each other's last names, Taylor Johnson, and currently live with their kids in Los Angeles. Now, this couple is adorable, and I genuinely wish nothing but the best for this man, but he's definitely going to outlive his wife, right? Like, that's not debatable. And don't pull that, oh, what if he gets hit by a bus thing in the comments. What if everybody on this list got hit by a bus? Number 3. Calista Flockhart. You may remember Calista better as the character Ally McBeal in the 1997 sitcom of the same name. Her show was very popular and well received by home audiences, but it appeared that it had also been well received by Han Solo himself, Harrison Ford. He reached out to Calista and they were eventually married in 2010. This couple is another with a massive age gap, sitting at 22 years apart. Harrison is nearly 81 years old and just finished filming a new Indiana Jones movie. I'm sure he didn't do all of his own stunts, but the director confirmed that he did do them whenever he was comfortable. Comfortable and safe can be two very different things though. His age combined with his reckless behavior on set leads us to believe that Calista will be outliving Harrison, no questions asked. Number 2. Laura Savoie. In 2019, the Parent Trap actor Dennis Quaid met a woman named Laura Savoie at a business event. It sounds exactly like the plot of Parent Trap, it's pretty weird. Savoie is his 4th wife, as he was previously married to Stripes actor PJ Soles, 90s rom-com queen Meg Ryan, and Kimberly Buffington, who was a real estate mogul. Laura and Quaid share a nearly 40-year age difference. While they may describe this as love at first sight, they're just setting themselves up for heartache. Dennis is doing fine health-wise, but the man is almost 70 years old and probably gearing up to retire from the acting business entirely. So unless some kind of miracle mech suit or something is built to keep him alive, Laura will surely be single and ready to mingle by her late 40s. And at number 1, Katie Holmes. Katie Holmes rose to fame when she starred as Joey Potter on the hit series Dawson's Creek from 1998 to 2003, but was also thrust into the mainstream when Tom Cruise went nuts on Oprah Winfrey's talk show in 2005 following their engagement. They eventually split in 2013, and Katie has now shifted her focus to another Hollywood leading man, Jamie Foxx. The Oscar winner and all-around talent machine has been starring in several big-budget flicks in recent years. While initially sticking to more serious or comedic roles, Jamie has begun shifting into the action world with releases like Baby Driver, Day Shift, and Project Power, all of which he performed the majority of his own stunts, and there were a lot. Most recently, he's been working on an action comedy for Netflix called Back in Action. Towards the end of production, Jamie Foxx fell ill with an unexplainable condition. Reports say that he just collapsed on set. There's still no official word on what caused the incident, but according to medical experts and using the information that they've received, they theorize that Jamie may have suffered some kind of a stroke or a brain aneurysm. It doesn't matter what's wrong with him, the fact is that Jamie is collapsing like this at the age of 55, and it's surely left Katie expecting the worst very soon. Those are the celebrities who will outlive their spouse. Before anyone complains in the comments, I'm aware that a majority of these people are age-based. There are way better examples of celebrities who will perish before their spouse for lots of fun reasons, so let us know if you'd rather see a top 10 about that. If you stuck around at the end of this video, thanks a lot. You're really cool. Dropkick that like button if you enjoy our content and you want to see more. Thanks for peeking beyond the screen with me today, and we'll see you next time. Good.